It's May. Spring is in the air, my allergies are off the charts, and the kids are about to come home from college in a few short weeks. Sounds like my schedule is about to change with the seasons. Hit that like button if you feel me on this one. There's something about the changing of the seasons, at least for me, that brings on a flurry of motivation to rearrange my entire schedule. I'm like a planning ninja, ready for action, implementing small tasks to reach my big goals. It's an amazing feeling. I mean, who doesn't love a fresh start and cracking the spine of a brand new planner? And it's planner season. Have you seen the new mom agendas? Those cover colors are dreamy. Since becoming a stepmom 15 years ago, I've gotten in the habit of reevaluating my schedule every time the kids' schedules change. So back to school time, when they're getting out of school, we've got summer camps and all that stuff happening. So your schedule naturally changes. Even though the boys are older and self-sufficient, I mean, I am so happy they can all drive, even though my driveway looks like a used car parking lot. It's just made my life so much easier. But the household routine still changes when they all come home from school. There's more people to feed, the laundry room is hopping, and there never seems to be enough dishes. But before I dive in and completely reorganize all the tasks I assign myself each week, I like to take a step back and dream about what my ideal week looks like. And today, I'm going to take you along for the ride. Let's dive in. Hey there, I'm Heather Harris, founder of Copper Bottom Design Co., a boutique product development agency that specializes in planner design and overseas manufacturing. So I know a thing or two about all things planners and planning. And I'd like to take you a little bit behind the scenes of my personal planning process. Okay, so today we're going to be dreaming and planning, which is basically my favorite thing to do. You with me? Grab your planner or a notebook. If you're one of those folks that doesn't like to get your planner all messy, feel free to grab something else, map it all out until it's perfect, and then you can put it in your planner. I got you. We're equal opportunity planners over here. No judging. Okay. Let's get with the dreaming and the planning. An ideal schedule is one that accommodates your life, not your work. Because self-care isn't just a fad, people. It's a tool for survival. Sierra from Moxie Life taught me this. I used to think self-care was all bubble baths and face masks, and I love a good face mask. So I thought I had this self-care thing in the bag. But Sierra was like, no, bozo. All these face masks are not helping you de-stress. And this was in the middle of the pandemic where I was on edge. We were all on edge. I mean, like, what was that? It was like an episode of The Twilight Zone. Anyway, back to planning. She taught me that self-care is more about lightening your load and thriving through the work week, not just surviving. It can be in the form of getting your groceries delivered instead of doing the shopping yourself, which can take hours, schlepping things back and forth, wandering up and down the aisles, trying to figure out what you're going to make for dinner. Or it could be asking your family to help clean the kitchen after you've spent hours meal prepping for everybody for the entire week. And when they're cleaning the kitchen, you go for a walk. Doesn't it sound so luxurious? I mean, here's the thing. You and me, we need a little luxury in our lives. So, time to daydream. What does your ideal schedule look like? Map it out and make sure you schedule your priorities first. You, your family, your kids, your church, whatever your priorities are, honor them. Notice I didn't say work in that list of priorities. Even though your work may seem like a priority for you because you love what you do and you're building your own business, it's still work. And work is a drain on our system. Schedule those personal priorities first, the ones that lift you up and feed your soul. And let your work tasks fill in the gaps. Okay, so you've blocked out time for all of your personal priorities throughout the week. Now stop. Take a good look at those priorities you just mapped out. It's like a breath of fresh air, isn't it? This is how you'll thrive through the work week, not just survive. Now, on to the work tasks. Here are a few things to keep in mind when mapping out your work tasks. Number one, your brain can only handle 1.5 to 3 hours of focused work time before it needs a break. So think about this when you're scheduling your chunks of work time. Maybe only do them for up to 3 hours before there's a little break in there, and then another chunk of work time. Number 2, it takes your brain about 23 minutes to get into the groove of a task. I call this startup time. If you switch a task or multitask during your focused work time, it's going to take your brain another 10 minutes to refocus and engage into that focused work you were doing before that task interrupted you. So it's really important to block out your time accordingly. Number 3, you call the shots. You don't have to work a traditional 9 to 5 Monday through Friday, and you don't have to work 40 hours a week. You do you. You're creating an ideal schedule that works for you, the person, and then your business. Number 4, don't create a schedule based on your current workload. I have a video coming up that's going to teach you how to work smarter. So make sure you hit the subscribe button and the bell so you'll be notified when that comes out. Right now, I want you to focus on your ideal or dream schedule. I took a stab at this exercise earlier today. Here's a look at my ideal schedule. You'll notice I haven't blocked off every hour of every day. The white spaces are intended to give me some flexibility and breathing room. As a business owner, things come up on a daily basis, if not hourly. And I need to have some flexibility in my schedule to deal with whatever comes my way. The spaces that are blocked off in shades of blue illustrate my focused work time. These are times when I've committed myself to my clients and my team. Those are my dedicated, focused work times. A goal of mine is to completely shut down my email when I'm in a focused work time. I have a habit of immediately running to the inbox every time I notice a new email is there, and I end up in the weeds of email all day long and never get anything done. So blocking off these times of focused work can help me achieve that goal of staying focused and in the moment of what the task at hand is. Now, this not checking email throughout the day has been a running goal of mine for about 3 years. So baby steps. Another goal of mine is to schedule in a little bit more me time throughout the week. That could mean quiet mornings where I read or just sip my tea, wander in the yard with the dog, whatever I feel like doing that morning. Or it can be scheduling walks or workouts. I love taking a long walk when it's a beautiful sunny day, even when it's overcast, just like the fresh air, being alone with my thoughts outside, love it. But I never do it. Scheduling walks throughout the week will make me a happier and healthier person. And who doesn't need that? So I've added self-care activity blocks in the copper color throughout the week. My ideal schedule looked a lot different when the kids were home. I took half days on Wednesdays and Fridays to accommodate soccer games and PTO activities. And I quit work around 2 p.m. each day to queue up in the car line. I'm sure your schedule is going to look completely different. And that's the beauty of this exercise. The goal is to create a schedule that works for you. So when you show up for your focused work blocks, you can come at these tasks from a place of rest and peace and fulfillment. Now, doesn't that sound ideal? I encourage you to try this exercise. Now, if you're anything like me and all you want to do is focus on work because you're building a business you love, it's both a blessing and a curse. Check out the video I have up on the screen here. In this video, I give you my best tips and advice for growing a successful planner business. See you next time.